Vale, a ver, os pongo un poco en contexto, ¿vale? El vídeo se llama Exponiendo al creador de contenido más tóxico de Honkai Star Rail, ¿vale? Os dejaré el vídeo en el enlace. Creo que lo acabaré subiendo a YouTube. Y el canal, ¿vale? De Mr. Poke, que es un creador de contenido inglés que se dedica a hacer contenido de Honkai Star Rail también. Y más en plan así de ciclo cero y cosas así, ¿vale? Entonces vamos a ver
I'd rather have
qué es lo que
100
cuenta, ¿vale?
haters shouting at my
Vamos a poner los subtítulos en español, porque si no, habrá gente que no se enteréis de lo que dicen, ¿no? Traducido automáticamente al español. Pero aún así lo sigue traduciendo. Dice al principio, prefiero tener 100 enemigos, o sea, 100 haters
face than one
en la
snake
cara
that talks behind my back.
que una rata que hable por mis espaldas, ¿vale?
Hey guys, Mr. Pokey here, back with another video, and it is with a very, very heavy heart that I have to do this, but this situation just caught my attention by one of my viewers as of a couple of hours ago. If you guys are tired of the Genshin drama, well, look no further because we have another...
Si estáis cansado del drama de Genshin, también tenemos drama en Honkai Star Rail, sí. Aquí hay drama para todos. El de Genshin, bueno, no... Lo cubrimos en el directo, pero no voy a hacer un vídeo del drama de Genshin, que bastante allá, ¿no?
fresh one served up to you right here by yours truly, and this time involving a certain Honkai Star Rail content creator going by the name of Aya Dreamy. Now, to sum
Sí.
Dreamy's character in 3 words, or rather this entire content, it will essentially be egotistical, envious, and entitled. Now, there are...
Básicamente que ha pasado algo entre... Bueno, no es entre, es con este y todos los otros creadores de contenido.
essentially be
Y lo que dice es que tiene
envious,
demasiado ego,
and
envidioso
entitled.
y como
Now, they
que
are
se lo cree
quite
demasiado,
literally
¿vale?
the actual
Ahora veréis el
embodiment
porqué.
of Suguru Ghetto themselves, but without
Lo
Ghetto's
compara con
drip.
la
We will be
encarnación de
exploring
Suguru
pretty
Ghetto.
much all of the evidence that
Dices,
myself as well as my community have
Sí,
gathered up in
hay
the last
bastantes
couple of hours,
evidencias, ¿vale?
and how Dreamy has been consistently talking smack about other content creators back for a really, really long time ever since Honkai Star Rail started. If you are
Básicamente se la
another content creator
pasa...
or even a viewer,
Se la pasa metiendo mierda de todo el mundo, de toda la comunidad entera de Honkai Star Rail y se cree que es el mejor del mundo, pero ahora
that
veremos
face similar
punto a
experiences,
punto, ¿vale? Porque hay
do
demasiadas
reach out to
cosas
me
que hablar.
and we'll definitely get you covered, right? We will be looking at the case studies ranging from Gacha Smack, Vulcan, Yellow VV, Braxaphone, myself,
Sí,
and
otros
most
creadores que, por ejemplo,
importantly,
yo
the
al
very
Volkin
community
es otro
that
que veo
Aya
bastante
Dreamy
también.
has been making content for, which is the Honkai Star Rail community. Dreamy only says these things in the Discord server, which is not a private server, by the way. It has more than 4,000 members, and everything that she say as of the time of this recording is still currently up on her channel. But since she
Sí,
doesn't really
básicamente todo lo que dice lo dice en un Discord público, en una sala pública. Que no sé, yo, a ver, yo tengo mi Discord y tengo mis salas de sub que son privadas, pero tampoco, no sé, nunca he dicho nada así que diga, pueda sacar ahí evidencia para sacar mierda, ¿no? Pero la gente, mira,
like
son
to
así,
say
¿no?
this in front of public,
En una sala
understandably
pública
so.
se ponen a
We will
tirar
now be
mierda de otros
giving Dreamy the
creadores, ¿no?
opportunity to say what they really think in front of everyone. When we are done with this, Dreamy will be snapped back to reality. And without further ado, let's get on with today's content. So to first understand how Dreamy turned into Suguru Ghetto, we have to first understand the background of Dreamy. So Aya Dreamy has been a content creator for really, really long
Este
time,
viene
making videos as old as
de
13 years ago. Age-old content creator, YouTube
12
veteran,
años,
super,
¿vale?
super
O
old.
sea, viene un
And they
montón de...
really only started to pop
Porque no
off
habéis visto
during the
nunca el canal, o sea, nunca se le ha escuchado hablar, usa solamente una IA, una voz de una IA, nunca ha puesto la cara, ¿sabes? Bueno,
Arc Knight days. They started out with voiceless gameplays, and now they transition into the female AI voiceover commentary for
pasó
their
al Arc
current
Knights y
Honkai
luego
Star Rail
pasa a
videos.
Honkai Star
I will
Rail
be
de
referring
ciclo
to
cero.
Dreamy as they, them, because it has never been confirmed what gender are they in real life. And there has been someone saying that
Sí, nunca se ha confirmado si es hombre o mujer, pero bueno.
in the Discord voice chat back in the days, Dreamy has revealed to have a male voice in the Discord voice chat. We have no confirmation about this. I don't want to get
Se ha revelado, bueno, dice que en el chat de voz se ha escuchado una voz masculina, ¿vale? Pero no se sabe.
So in
Tampoco, ¿vale?
2024. So
Pero mucha gente, porque tenga un avatar femenino y porque a veces se haga pasar por chica, ¿no? Ya tiene sus white knights, ¿no? Como pasa muchas veces.
be referring to them as they, them. I will not be talking about Dreamy's Arknight drama with Tectone because frankly, that's none of my business. My business here is only for the
Lo del drama con el
Honkai
Tecton ya es otro tema, ¿vale? Hablar de, bueno, de mentiras que se metió este contra el Tecton.
community as well as content creators. And let's be real, Tecton is probably going to be reacting to this anyways, so I'm sure that he'll fill you guys in on exactly what happened back in the days. So for Honkai Star Rail, Dreamy, for lack of better word, has not been performing so well ever since their initial spike in the Herta video where they raked on over 300,000 views, and after that it has just been on a steady decline ever since from their peak in Arknights. So understandably, Dreamy is very upset at their channel having only this amount of views, especially for a channel that has almost 90,000 subscribers on YouTube. They are very, very mediocre.
Sí, básicamente que está molesto porque tiene menos visitas de las
compared
que
to the
debería.
few of the larger
Luego,
Honkai style creators such as Brexaphone, Savvy Plays, Goba Certified, Gacha Smack, Vulcan, and myself included. Dreamy has actively brewed this hate and resentment and complain about their lack of views, their channel discoverability, as well as the overall dissatisfaction with their content creation due to...
Aquí dice, pero las visitas, denme donaciones de visitas. O sea, me entiendo aquí mierda de que recuerdo los días en los que mis vídeos de Genshin tenían mejores visitas que Brax, siendo solo subtítulos.
At the end of the day, lack of views. Taking into a deeper look, their content is mostly almost exclusive.
Hay un vídeo con 50k de visitas de Cero Ciclo que usa E2L. No uso esos poderosos seguidores y mi Cero Ciclo tiene menos visitas. O sea, en plan de llorando de que... de las visitas de tu vídeo de YouTube.
Exclusively catered around the memory of chaos, zero cycles, which is the Honkai style
YouTube no funciona porque sea el mejor o peor. O sea,
getting a zero cycle in memory of chaos, frankly speaking, nobody gives a shit. It is literally just a personal achievement to show the community that you can clear a stage that's very difficult within zero cycles.
Pues sí, básicamente los cero ciclos es algo que le importa a menos del 1% de la comunidad y es como un logro que no... digamos que no es algo que te vaya a reportar nada, no hay un competitivo en el
juego. So with a
juego.
simple reality check, the amount of people interested in the zero cycle is inherently always going to be lesser than someone that's looking to, for example, a guide, pre-release analysis, or a more general guide such as for Swarm Disaster as well as Golden Gears, which is part of the reason why Dreamy
básicamente que lo del cero ciclo es algo que tiene menos visitas normalmente que una guía de un personaje, un análisis de un personaje antes de que salga. Lo del oro y maquinaria, lo de la plaga, pues todo eso tiene mejores.
Video has not been doing too well compared to more of the major content creators out there. This is not to say that Dreamy has not put in effort in their videos, right? I've personally seen and loved some of Dreamy's videos before this drama exploded in my face. There's tons of planning involved, speed tuning, team building, right? Knowing when to use the skills, because I personally have done zero cycles on my stream with my viewers a lot of times. Right? I know the amount of effort it goes towards the zero cycle. We're not denying that Dreamy definitely places effort into their content. But that being said, because this content by nature is not as popular as the mainstream media, this sets up the stage similar to Suguru Ghetto, right? Dreamy's slow descent into madness or...
Básicamente que como no el público normal de YouTube no quiere ver este contenido, pues está volviéndose loco y bueno, veremos...
toxicity amongst her and
el
her
nivel de
community.
toxicidad,
Like
¿vale?
I mentioned at the start of the video, we described Dreamy as someone
que
with
han
three
enseñado antes
characteristics.
al empezar el
Egotistical,
vídeo, ¿vale? Yo lo he
envious,
visto los
and
primeros 5
entitled.
minutos de vídeo.
So egotistical is defined as someone that's excessively conceited or absorbed in oneself, right? They're very self-centered individual.
La descripción de las tres palabras, ¿no?
Discontent or resentment towards
Envidioso,
others over somebody else's achievements. And lastly, entitled is believing that oneself is inherently deserving of certain privileges or special treatment.
Que tener más privilegios que el
in this
resto,
case,
¿no?
a subscriber count on YouTube, right? So Dreamy has this very strange god complex that, much like Suguru Ghetto, believe that they are better than everyone else and viewing them as dumb or monkeys in Ghetto's term, especially when it comes to Memory of Chaos
Lo
content.
ve como... básicamente que ve a la comunidad como monos, ¿vale?
Dreamy feels that they are entitled to all the views because they have
que se cree que tiene que tener todas las visitas
which we are not denying, and simply cannot fathom why their videos are not as popular as some of our major Honkai style content creators out there. Sit down have a drink because I'm about to unload a whole lot of shit and a whole lot of case studies onto you guys, exposing Dreamy,
va a
talking smack
soltar
about
aquí una
pretty much
cantidad de
almost
mierda
every single content
importante,
creator
¿vale?
that I know in Honkai Star Rail. And of course, this is not a drill, right? For our very first case study, we're going to start off small. It's going to be by a smaller content creator going by Yellow VV. I'm just going to call them Yellow, who also creates a channel around MOC Zero Cycle content. They are a smaller content creator, and their complaint did not even gain traction amongst the mainstream media, well, at least until today, when Mr. Pokey is going to give you the platform for you to air your injustice, and I will bring you justice. So this is essentially the community post that was posted around 9 days ago. First of all, I recommend you guys to check out Yellow's channel. Really, really good Zero Cycle clears.
Me imagino lo que es. Y es que el Yellow este, que es un canal más pequeño, hizo algo, ¿no? Y el otro se lo copió. Como más grande.
Right?
Y se apropió, ¿no? De ello. Lo más seguro.
You guys can just honestly read it by yourself. But the gist of it is Dreamy accused of Yellow of stealing their tech. Specifically the
que robó la técnica para el ciclo cero de la comunidad china. Eso es una chorrada enorme que hay por ahí. Eso es en plan de una opinión que tienen los típicos que se pasan ahí en los discos de Theory Crafting. Que hablando de eso, también tenemos... En la comunidad hispana también tenemos nuestras ratillas de discos de Theory Crafting, ¿vale? No voy a dar aquí nombre, pero... El que lo sepa lo sabrá, ¿vale? La parte oscura, ¿no? De la comunidad. Un disco en el que meten mierda de todos y cada uno de los creadores de contenido españoles. Lo hay también. ¿Vale? También tenemos esta parte también, ¿vale? En el contenido hispano.
Impressive to see now. Now, this is obviously a hate comment on Dreamy's content because it is nothing original, right? Why is Dreamy doing another Zero Cycle where everyone else has already done it? So Dreamy, as someone who has a very, very, very huge ego, did not take this hate comment lightly. Or in fact, they do not take any hate comments lightly, as you can see later on, right? So for this specific comment, Dreamy went on with copying. You mean how people copied my Vonwek Pelatech after I introduced it on my Topaz Zero?
Mi Bombak Pelatech. O sea, en plan de... Ha inventado a Pela. Con Bombak.
Cycle video? Ah, yes. Even though literally no one was using this tech.
O sea, ya como escribe, o sea, ya... Lo hace egotistical y entitled.
Specifically stated Vonwek Pela as a strong tech for two-faced bosses such as Airborne Deer. And also, those people you watched literally never use Pela, nor have they ever used Pela this way until I introduced that tech. And of course, her viewers would be like, you're the real cook, Dreamy. I watched multiple CC and I agree you were the first one and all the kind of stuff. Basically stroking Dreamy's ego even further. This is directly addressing Yellow's
luego los viewers del Dreamy fueron al canal del chaval que pues tiene menos seguidores y empezaron a meter mierda, ¿no?
Clear previously, right? Because Yellow also used a Vonwek Pelatech. Yellow is one of the only person he know that does not copy anything. And to that, Dreamy has to say, no, he did not. You can literally check all of Yellow's video right now. And specifically against the two-faced boss, he never used this Pela Vonwek tech. How convenient. So Dreamy is just straight up accusing Yellow of once again a Artumbo 2.0 incident, right? Yellow, being the Giga Chat that he is, completely shuts down Dreamy in his community post, as you can see, showing that CN has developed this tech months ago. Long time ago, before Dreamy even came out with her Topaz Zero Cycle video that was very recent. And frankly speaking, this is an embarrassingly easy tech to recreate. This is not like ZMN, using Remembrance Path, using the capitalism.
Básicamente todas esas informaciones estaba ya en China.
Create a strategy. This is literally straight up equipping a two-piece onto your support, and that is Pela. That's it. And frankly speaking,
está intentando decir que ha inventado cómo equipar a Pela con una pieza de con un set de 2 piezas. Dices, tío, que es equipar es un ornamento en un personaje. ¿Qué quieres? ¿Una patente por equipar a un personaje con un set de 2 piezas?
Anyone that does Zero Cycles can put together that Vonwek has action value advance. Vonwek has energy regeneration. So naturally allows Pela to go faster. It's kind of like claiming you're the first person to solve 1 + 1 = 2, and that everyone else after coming up with 1 + 1 = 2 is a copycat. Which is honestly ridiculous, right? Dreamy then also goes on to belittle...
No sé si pasa, eso pasa mucho en todos los vídeos, en plan de... El primero que hace el vídeo, ya todos los que hacen vídeo de lo mismo son copias de patrón. A ver, el contenido para hacer de un juego es limitado. Tienes que hacer lo mismo que otros creadores a veces, ¿vale? O sea, no puedes no copiar a veces, ¿no? Aunque lo hagas sin querer.
Smooth as her, signaling another superiority complex that Dreamy is the much better player compared to Yellow. Now, the best part is, this is the best part, right? being the absolute giga chat that Yellow is, he doesn't even care what Dreamy thinks of their content because he's just someone that wants to enjoy the game and showcase the zero cycles he managed to create with his team building and thought process. But unfortunately, this has stepped on the toes
Sí, que al final el chaval...
Dreamy, right? How dare they make another zero cycle content? How dare
they
make
por diversión, simplemente,
how dare they play less smoothly compared to the almighty Dreamy?
No tiene ni canal monetizado todavía.
Right? So that is our first case study of
Dreamy. Llorando, ¿sabes? Me estás copiando.
And now I'll present to you the second case study, and this time involving with yours sincerely, Mr. Pokey. Right? This is not all of it because there's another even bigger case study all the way at the end, but I'll say that for later. But I'll let the screenshot speak for itself first, right? So this is the gist of it. Pokey has never even true zero cycled with low investments. It is always E2 Bronya, E2 deal. Yeah, this guy is basically waiting his whole
Pokey nunca ha hecho un verdadero ciclo cero con pocas inversiones. Esto siempre es con E2 Brenia o con E2 Il, el Invivitor UNETE.
Whole life to comment it because I don't overinvest for a zero cycle. Now I can't zero cycle, basically his chance. Funnily enough, I've literally never commented a single thing onto Dreamy's channel in my entire life. I'm just gonna give them the benefit of doubt and that they're referring to some of my viewers who left a comment on their channel, right?
Porque vean viewers suyos a poner nunca tienes que tener...
The first half with E2 deal,
o sea,
when I could
los creadores de contenido no tenemos control sobre lo que escriben nuestros viewers. De nosotros, ¿vale? O sea...
already with just E0. When it comes to strategies and tags, I'm way ahead. Minor spoilers for the next PvP tourney, he literally took his teammates' best support just for second half. The next PvP tourney video is gonna be hella fun. So, for context for this video, I released a double zero cycle featuring Ramei and E2 Inhibitor Lune on both halves of Memory of Chaos. I posted it simply because I had a fun stream, I had a good time with my viewers, and it translates to awesome YouTube content after my editor added some nice edits. And I've been doing this ever since Kafka's release. Well, my very first zero cycle was with Kafka way back in the day, right? So it is not the first time that I've done zero cycles on my channel because frankly speaking, to me, zero cycle is just fun to do.
I like to do it
on stream.
No hay ninguna competición.
I like to mold, I like to think, and when we actually get it, it is hella hype, right? So that is why I do my zero cycle content. So ever since that double zero cycle video, Dreamy then posted...
Creo que consigue hacer un cero ciclo cuando en el banner que salió la Yenliu hice cero ciclo.
Another video titled What Real Strategy Looks Like. Now this is essentially a underhanded, that's why I do my zero cycle content. So ever since that double zero cycle video, Dreamy then posted another video titled...
¿Cómo sería... Espera, quito esto. ¿Cómo es la estrategia real de un cero ciclo?
Bueno. So, what real strategy looks like. Now, this is essentially an underhanded jab.
Tiene un poco creído,
insinuating that it wasn't a real strategy, right?
Insinuando que la estrategia del otro, que simplemente lo hace por diversión, no es real.
Is a real strategy. So, this is specifically aimed at my
¿Qué cero ciclo? Hacer la planta de arriba y la de abajo del mock sin gastar ningún ciclo. Que cuando acabes te ponga 30. Eso es cero ciclo, ¿vale?
Asking why Dreamy couldn't clear a zero cycle despite using an E6 Silver Wolf. Or how Mr. Pokey has already done a double zero cycle. And in their previous video...
Y en plan, se queja de que usa la Bronia E2 y al Invivitor una E2 y tiene una Silver Wolf E6. Vale.
Was only a one cycle, right? So this triggered Dreamy's absolutely massive ego once again, right?
Y bueno, creo que no lo dice en este vídeo, pero en plan de hay vídeos en los que sale ahí que si ciclo cero de no sé qué personaje, de la Herta o de la Gemeko con el cono del Jinjuan. Dices, claro, porque lo tenemos todos el cono del Jinjuan para la Herta y para la Gemeko. Claro.
Cannot stand this. They cannot stand not being the very best.
Se queja de que esto tiene una cosa, pero cada uno tiene lo que tiene y ya está.
Definitely on those viewers, right?
Cada uno tiene lo que saca.
And I personally left a comment on their strategy, which Dreamy literally pinned and hearted, right? I've explained, nice, clear. Sorry that you had to deal with those people. I thought we were all cool, right? And even the description of a YouTube video, they stated that there is no beef between Mr. Pokey and me. In fact, we're in the same private Discord with other HSR content creators where we help each other when it comes to HSR content.
But holy crap, some of you Mr. Pokey fans are toxic.
Now, I'm not so sure whether
there's
really a lot of help when all you do is talking smack behind pretty much every single content creator's back. And I will be exposing this
mensajes
right? But so first, let's just
tirándole mierda
real quick. When I first saw this video, after I saw the description, after I gave the comment, and after...
Que eso, pues, hacerlo en un servidor público, pues no está muy bien.
Dreamy posted it, after Dreamy pinned it and hearted it, I gave them a very, very big benefit of the doubt, casting away my initial response, which is, wait, why would they even call this what real strategy look like? Are they actually trying to compete with me for a zero cycle content? did I actually
compitiendo,
hurt
sin
their
duda.
ego at this point? I did not know that
le
Jimmy had
hirió,
this
le
ego
lastimó
problem
el
back
ego.
then. So I simply just, you know what? Maybe they're just trying to find a way to get views. So there's that, right? I didn't think of it, right? It was never a dick measuring competition to see who is the best Memory of Chaos player in the entire YouTube content creator space, and
Vamos,
much
si
less
lees los mensajes
belittle
es-
others by showing how I'm
Hay
the
cada
best player
cosa
in
por aquí
Honkai
que,
style
bueno.
using X and X idolants, X and X units, and how I can clear Zero Cycle. That's never my intention, right? I actively show my builds. And I know that my builds, they are not attainable for pretty much 90% of the population because I do have multiple idolants, I do have multiple super musicians, and I have, frankly speaking, amazing relics, right? Shout out to my E3S5 Bronya. I love you, right? But on this matter of relics and relatability on how they can clear with like much lesser investments, let's take a look at what
Claro,
Dreamy's
que
relics actually
hablamos
have,
aquí de poca inversión, ¿no? De en plan de sí, me lo he pasado con poca inversión.
right? Here we have a 171 speed Bronya with a 167% crit
Bueno, sí, poca inversión, 171 de velocidad. Poquísima inversión. ¿Sabes?
damage. Then here we have a doctor ratio with 3.6k attack, 84%
El doctor ratio con 3651 de ataque, 90 casi de crítico y 170 de daño
crit
crítico.
rate, and
Poca
160% crit
inversión.
damage. And then here we have another runmate with 217% break effect with the energy regeneration rope as
Y la. Aquí abajo enseña la runmate con 217% de break effect con la cuerda de recarga. Y de velocidad. No sé
well
si
as
he marcado.
41% effect rest. And then
No,
here
no
we
la
have a
pone.
Teen Green with a 2.4k, almost 2.5k attack with
Otra con
173 speed.
179
Now, Jimmy,
speed.
let's be completely honest here, right? You know it,
Pero vamos.
I know it,
Lo que
and
dice
I can
aquí.
tell you with 1000% certainty,
Ni el
these
1%
are not
de los
relatable
jugadores
builds
llegan a
to
esa
99% of the player
Yo tengo
population. And
160
I can also say with
algunos.
99
Yo tengo
confidence
dos personas con
that
160.
Dreamy definitely refreshed their stamina to farm for additional relics
Pero si aquí tengo información adicional de esto que dice
in
de.
order to get a
Si ha
better
refrescado. Creo que leí por ahí. Que ha refrescado tanto que va 760 días por delante de un jugador que no haya refrescado nunca nada. Eso es poca inversión.
relic quality, right? So let's not pretend that the Zero Cycle done by Jimmy was using
Okay.
absolutely dog shit
¿Sabes?
relics or even
No ha
mediocre relics,
refrescado
because
casi
frankly
energía.
speaking, these are all impressive units, very, very well built. The only way you can actually get so many units
¿Cuántos
well
años
built
antes,
is through refreshing
Que no lo-
stamina and farming relics. So at the end of the day, let's not pretend that your Zero Cycle is only done with skill and that you are the very best of the very best because you are like the best Honkai style
sí.
Memory of Chaos player, right? You need to speed tune, yes. You need to
Lo que dice aquí es eso, es en plan de. El ciclo cero al final es. Ten velocidad. Ten los personajes bien armados. Ya está. Tienen que. Skill cero. El ciclo cero que tanto. Los teoricasters es. ¡Buah! Soy Dios porque hago ciclo cero. Es. Ten suerte en que te salga la velocidad. En los ítems. Fin, ya está. Eso es tener skill. Eso no es tener skill. Eso es.
So team building,
Suerte,
yes.
ya
You need to
está,
know
¿sabes?
which skills to use at what moment.
En los
Yes,
roles
right?
de los
I'm not
ítems.
denying that. But
Y si
frankly
gastas
speaking,
ahí
the most important skill
2 años
for
más de
any
energía que el
Zero
resto,
Cycles
pues tienes
in Memory
más
of Chaos
posibilidades de tener suerte.
boils down to two things: pulling better and rolling better, right? If you
Es
don't
lo
have
que
the
dice, ¿no?
idolants, if you don't
Rolear
have the
mejor
relics
los ítems
investments,
y
no matter how
tener
much
más
you try
suerte en
to
los roles de
replicate
los
like
personajes.
Dreamy's Memory of Chaos Zero Cycle or even my Memory of Chaos Zero Cycle player, you are not gonna get it because you're just not at the same level of investments when it comes to these content creators, right? It is not realistic. But back to my case study, I'm not saying that having an unrelatable build is a sin, but what is weird is thinking that you're god complex, thinking that you're giga brain, that you
Sí, básicamente aquí está lo importante, ¿no? En plan de. No es malo tener una build buena, pero es malo creerte Dios por tener una build buena y haber jugado 2 años más que otro en energía, ¿no? Eso es lo importante. En plan de. Algunos comentarios de aquí. Poke es. O sea, este de aquí está tan orgulloso de su primera parte con el Invitor Unae E2. Cuando yo puedo hacer lo mismo con E0. Dices, bueno. ¿Y a quién le
transcended
importa?
everyone's intellect by coming up with
¿Y a
this
quién
Zero
le
Cycle with the
importa?
relics you have, with the Pella, one whack tech.
Bueno.
And it's just frankly very, very disturbing. And the last thing I need is for another content creator to treat Memory of Chaos as a I'm better than you situation, right? Dreamy
sí.
having the ego
En
to
plan de, soy
literally
mejor que
gatekeep
tú,
things
¿no?
such as Pella, one whack tech, or my Zero Cycle is better than yours is respectfully cringe, right? Now moving on to
Pretty
the
cringe.
next case study is gonna be with Vulcan and the Timaeus Cup. Now I'm
Lo
pretty
de
sure some of you
Volkin.
guys have seen
No sé
this,
si habéis visto alguna vez a Volkin. Yo lo llevo siguiendo desde que hacía vídeos del Skylanders, ¿vale? Jugó una temporada. Creo que era de Australia. bastante majo, tiene una familia. O sea, yo creo que a nadie le puede caer mal este hombre, ¿vale?
A series done by
O sea,
Vulcan Channel
bastante
before where we
majo.
have done a few PvP cards. I've done so with Goba,
Y
I've
es
done with
una
Gachas, even
copa de
Total is
PvP que
Get
hicieron
On,
en
right?
el
It's basically a
Ultimaeus,
bunch of
¿vale?
content creators getting together, showcasing off-mana builds and off-mana team comps to clear memory of chaos. In this case, I don't even believe that this is a genuine screenshot, but just take a look at it
Aquí hay una...
for yourselves. Okay? Now, putting down other content creators such as Yellow or even myself, because we are stealing your views, you know what? I get it, right? It's a dick move, but I get it. But
Sí, lo de que se quejaba antes de que le robaban las views los otros, ¿no? Pero esto es en plan de una copa en la que un creador más grande que tú te está dando promoción de tu canal, ¿vale?
imagine being so egotistical and envious and entitled to the point where you literally tell your community to not subscribe to Vulcan, the very channel that is giving you exposure and your desperately desired views.
O sea, le dijo a su propia comunidad de que no se suscribiesen a Vulcan directamente. O sea, el canal que te está dando primero el premio del sorteo, o sea, el del concurso este que hicieron de la copa, te da exposición. Un canal que es como 20, es bastante más grande que tú y con más visitas que tú. Y encima sales con esto, ¿sabes?
What? It will release in 2 days, as usual, Vulcan. Bruh, you don't even need a sub. Most likely it will get recommended. Since I'm in it, I'm gonna get tagged. Up until this point, I've been relatively composed, or as much as I can.
Y lo de antes de esto ha sido un plan de, bueno, rifirrafes contra algún que otro creador, chorradas varias, ¿vale? Pero esto ya es un nivel ya de energúmeno de internet, ¿vale?
The audacity to say
Energúmeno.
this?
No tiene otro nombre.
This is some next level
No hay
shit.
más
I don't
allá,
even think Ghetto has an ego as big as you, Dreamy. Genuinely, right? There's not much to be said here. I'm just absolutely shocked and speechless that somebody would actually say this in a public space, mind you. This is a public Discord with over 4,000 members. This is not a one-to-one chat with their bestie, right? Absolutely
Si
ridiculous.
lo dices en plan de en una conversación privada con tu amigo. Yo qué sé, como lo que pasó con el puto Pau, ¿no? Con su editor, que bueno, el editor salió en plan de raro luego, ¿no? Y dices, bueno, vale.
And speaking about PvP,
Tienes puestos días
furthermore,
malos, ¿no? Pero en
you
plan
can
de
see the
en
comment Julie
público.
left there with almost 1,000 upvotes. Thanks for having me, guys. GG's to everyone. While in the back scene, this is what Dreamy has mentioned, right? You know, at the end of the day, this is a classic example of what we would say in real life, a snake. By Urban Dictionary definition,
Sí.
a snake is a person who seems like they are really nice, you know, they can confide in, they're very nice, they're very chill to hang out, but actually, they are a backstabber waiting for the moment to strike. And I'll let the screenshot speak for itself, and I'm just gonna weigh in on my thoughts on this, right? You can look at it yourself. So, I'm sorry, the great Suguru Dreamy, right? I'm sorry that me and God Dogo's team building this.
Bueno, los viewers de Poké tienen poca IQ o algo así. Bueno, y
Please
el
do,
mismo
right?
lo
I'm
dice
sorry
de la
that we
mayor
lost
parte
to
de
you
la
in a
comunidad que
PvP
son
in which you
monos.
couldn't even be bothered to support.
Por eso lo de
by
compararlo
subscribing
el
to
suguero,
Vulcan's
¿no?
channel.
Este.
You are truly
Pues eran
the
monos
greatest
a
Honkai
la
style
humanidad.
chaos player of all time. And in the future, I will be sure to note that if I ever were to do another PvP with you, the great Dreamy, I'll instantly forfeit my match against you because I'm simply
Si alguna
not.
vez hago un PvP más contra ti, haré forfeit directamente porque no soy digno de jugar contra ti. Es lo que dice, ¿vale?
And I am serious about this, by the way. I will never participate
Bueno, no
in
participará
another content
directamente en
with Dreamy
ningún
for the rest of my life
otro-
unless they actually come up with a public apology that is
A no ser que haga
satisfactory, right?
una
Imagine actively encouraging
disculpa pública, ¿no?
hatred and toxicity within your community by flexing on how you won in the Memory of Chaos PvP content, which, mind you, had the entire purpose of content creators having fun and showcasing off-meta builds. Now, if you truly want to sweat it out and be the very, very best in esports,
básicamente es la
may I
toxicidad
recommend to
de
you to
todo
go and play League of Legends, right? I think
de
they'll be
lo que
right up
atrae el tema del
early.
theory crafting
My point is,
extremo, ¿no? Que a ver,
how
que habrá
much
alguno que lo
of a
haga
superiority complex
por
must you have
diversión, ¿no? Y demás,
to
pero uf,
actively put down other content creators. Other
No
content
los
creators
llamemos,
who are
¿vale?
literally
No los
giving you
llamemos, que
views
sabemos lo
and
que pasa.
exposure on your channel over a zero cycle.
que
or
sigan ahí
over Memory of
en su
Chaos.
secta.
Like, what is even going on? This is a single player PvE game with zero
vete a jugar al
competitive
LoL
elements.
directamente,
That's the
¿no?
whole
Pasa-
reason why
pasa
people even love
toxicidad.
this game, right? It's
¿Sabes?
chill, you can hang out with your friends, and you can talk about your favorite wife with the house
Supongo
bundles.
que
Imagine making this
Joder,
a
escala tan
sweaty
rápido, tío, que no me da tiempo de-
chaos. Like, what is even going on? This is a single player PvE game.
Es un juego PvE para un solo jugador sin elementos
competitivos. That's the whole reason why people even love this game, right? It's chill. You can hang out with your friends and you can
juegas con los amigos,
talk
puedes
about your
hablar
favorite waifu, the house
de
bundles.
tu wife favorita. Tingyun está viva, por cierto. La tiene detrás.
Imagine making this a sweaty PvP, become the very best of the very best over like I just don't understand why Dreamy would treat this like a League of Legends esports where the best zero cycle or the most optimal zero cycle is gonna be the next faker, right? Please sit down, show some humility, show some respect to the others around you, right? And speaking of respect, here is our fourth case study, which is none other than Honkai Star Rail's
La
community
comunidad
as a whole.
entera de
Yes, that's
Honkai
right.
Star
The
Rail.
very viewers that watch Dreamy's content, right? You can see from this over here, right? You really can't underestimate how dumb some people could go. You can't argue against that. Don't know. I don't care about Memory of Chaos 9.
No puedes desestimar cómo de tontos son la gente. No me importa el MOG 9, ya que los jugadores son demasiado tontos para darse cuenta de que no es mucho más fácil que el MOG 10.
Because players are too dumb to realize that it's not easier than Memory of Chaos 10. They think that Memory of Chaos 9
O sea,
showcase is easy.
no para de
I don't know. I've always
decir-
accepted the fact that majority
De
of
faltar el respeto a
humankind
sus
are
propios
dumb.
viewers, ¿no?
Majority of humankind are dumb.
La mayor parte de la humanidad son tontos. O sea, en plan de... Está en su trono, allá arriba, es Dios, ¿sabes?
It is probably one of those players who can't even
Typical
understand such a
dumb
simple
players,
concept such as being skill when positive, neutral, negative, right? Typical dumb players. The picture over here is basically referring to a hater leaving a hate comment on Dreamy, right? And like I mentioned, Dreamy's ego is so massive, she absolutely cannot take a hate comment on her channel, right? So
no puede haber
it's come to the point where
un chat
she's not only dissing her competitors, she's not only
canal que
dissing
diga algo
her
malo de-
supporters, she's literally dissing the very community that she's making content for by calling the majority of humankind are dumb. So I guess everyone is just dumb compared to the great Dreamy, right? Yo, Dreamy, honestly at this
The
point, I
grand
don't think your
Dreamy.
content deserves your viewers' viewership, right? They're simply beneath you. In fact, here's a
Tu contenido no... O sea, tus viewers no merecen tu contenido, ¿no? Es en plan de... No merezco ver tu contenido, me voy a desuscribir. No puedo ver este contenido, no lo merezco. Es lo que tienen que hacer ahora, ¿no?
link for Ghetto's cosplay costume whenever you're ready, right? Don't worry, your ad revenue from your views will be able to cover this, assuming that you will still have views when I drop this video, right? So, to the viewers, I hope that you guys know what kind of content creator you're watching at this point. Next, case study 5.
No
Now,
hemos acabado
in
todavía.
case study 5, I'm just gonna lump
Más.
pretty much almost
Más.
every single major
Todavía
Honkai
más.
content creator together. Brexaphone, Savvy Place, myself,
Otros
Gacha
creadores de
Snack,
contenido,
Tectone.
¿vale?
As
¿No?
long as we rake in more views than Dreamy, we're under her radar, right? So remember how I mentioned at the start of the background where Dreamy is not happy with their views on YouTube. So looking at this screenshot, this is pretty much the most classic definition of entitlement you will witness in a long time, right? So you can Dreamy, there's a 50,000 view true zero cycle that uses an E2 silly. I don't even use such powerful idlers, yet my zero cycle have less views. Omega lol. 3 weeks ago, but higher views than any of my recent guides.
Bueno.
Mathematically, objectively better. Lamau. There's no
Básicamente,
good content
o
creator
sea,
for reverse
se
1999.
quejan de
There
que
are some who
todos
branch
los
from
otros creadores
HSR
tienen
to
más
reverse
views que él.
1999, but sadly they are
Es un
shitty
pillo.
ones like Gacha Smack and
¿Por qué no tengo más views? Me
Someone else is
merezco los
stealing the views
viewers.
this time, right? I think copying Zyok's thumbnail as
Esto es buenísimo búsqueda de incógnito. ¿Dónde están mis views? ¿Esto es un bug? Que
well,
es
you want to boost the
flipante.
views. Incognito
Es
results, but
flipante.
where's my views? Is this a bug or some shit? Oh, mega lol. Imagine thinking not getting views on your channel is a bug. Yeah, maybe Seo will
Imagínate
encounter
pensar que no tener visitas en tu canal es un bug.
but I don't know. Jesus Christ, these three are really just using the same formula over and over. And these three, Dreamy is specifically referring to Brexaphone, Savvy Place, and one more content creator, which I'm not really aware of.
Tres
Probably
creadores.
Gacha Game or something like that, right?
Simplemente, pues,
I usually don't
cada uno
compare
se
myself to
formarán
others and
su
have my
vídeo.
own target. I especially base it on the amount of effort I put. Like, these guys take a couple of days to make. I want at least 50k views.
Espera. Repite.
Showcases can
O sea, he tardado 2 días en hacer esta guía, en este showcase, ¿no? Quiero al menos 50.000 visitas. Es como que te las tiene que dar YouTube. Si no, no te está pagando YouTube, dices, tío.
be 10 to 20k for all I care because they are low effort. I'm impressed Savvy gets views with almost close to 0 theory crafting.
Vale, no eres Theorycraster, no deberías tener visitas. Joder, esta frase, la secta tiene que haber miles de frases como esta, ¿eh? Joder, la secta. Tú,
Does have a
esta.
nice format though. Imagine not coming up with your own map and your own calculations like our great Dreamy. How dare you get hundreds of thousands of views while my guy don't even get close to 50k views? At least 50k views, mind you, right? This is absolutely unacceptable for the great Dreamy, right? So where views, right? Where views, view donations. I remember the days when my Genshin guide had better views than Braxophone despite being only subtitles. And this is coming from somebody that said, I usually don't compare myself with others, by the way, right? Holy back reading. Yeah, I dug out quite a little bit for this, right? Stealing views, guys. Stealing views. Why is everyone but me, the great Suguru Dreamy, Dreamy? I don't know, but maybe, right? Just maybe, your content isn't as good as you think it is. Your content is just something that maybe less people want to watch because, you know, it's a zero cycle video, which literally less than 1% of the player base even gives a shit about.
Sí.
Maybe that's why. Right?
Menos del 1% de la gente le interesa.
YouTube doesn't owe you a thing. Your subscribers doesn't owe you a thing. None of the time you invested in making a zero cycle or a guide owes you a thing, right? The world itself does not owe you a single damn thing. If you want to make content for the sake of views, for the sake of money, right? May I suggest just go ahead and work at McDonald's or at Wendy's, right? Because
si quieres hacer contenido en plan de para esto trabaja, o sea, en plan de si quieres que tus horas de trabajo cuenten de contenido por X ganar dinero, vete a trabajar a McDonald's, dice.
I am absolutely positive that minimum wage is statistically
el salario mínimo es
than
mayor.
Being a content creator
Sí,
99% of the time, right? People that watch content, they don't watch content because you put in effort, right? Nobody cares if you spend 1 week or even 1 month making a video. If people don't want to watch your content, they simply don't want to watch your content. The world doesn't care how much time you spend thinking or making a zero cycle, right? This is very relatable in real life, by the way, guys. The world genuinely does not care how much effort you put in. The world, as you live in, they only care about results. If the final result is not something that viewers want, then nobody's going to watch it. Even if you spend 20 billion hours on it, nobody's going to watch it, right? You don't show a face. You don't show a voice. You don't show
no muestras
anything
cara, no muestras voz.
Other than a gameplay with your AI TTS voiceover, right? Do you really think, Dreamy, that your channel holds a competitive advantage over countless other content creators? Not to mention countless other zero cycle content creators out there. Zero cycle by itself, like I mentioned, is a very niche topic. And people, they objectively, they want to watch unit guides. They want to watch pre-release pool opinions, right? They want to watch special game mode guides like Storm Disaster and Golden Gears, none of which is what your channel is known for. Your channel is known for Arc Knights, and then you transition into zero cycles, right? So respectfully, it is time to wake up from this sense of entitlement. The world isn't out to get you. The people will want to watch what the people want to watch. It really is just not that deep, right? So that is that. And now, finally, the final case that I'm going to give to you guys is between Dreamy and myself, right? I alone, the honored one. Oh, that's kind of cringe. I will lay the final nail on IR Dreamy's coffin. So let's start from this comment where Dreamy noticed Vulcan is reacting and translating a CN tier list for another gacha game, which is Reverse 1999. And then they start to cook that myself, as well as Tenten, a Genshin content creator, we are thieves by stealing content from the CN community.
Dreamy... Sí, esto sé qué pasa. En plan de que hay algunos creadores de que cogen contenido de Bilibili, lo traducen y demás y lo suben, ¿no? En plan de, bueno, pues es que si no lo hiciesen ellos, nadie, no lo verías en YouTube. No te metes a Bilibili a ver ese contenido. La mayor parte de la gente.
And that my viewers are subbing to a guy that can't do shit without CNTCs. And then, of course, the community at this point is just completely being brainwashed by Dreamy, just like how Ghetto just brainwashed all her minions under them. I mean, most of Poke's viewers have low IQ to begin with, right? They then proceed to become salty, right? They're envious because my videos are farming mad views, right? They are farming mad views compared to Dreamy's zero cycle content, right? So why is Dreamy not getting the views that they should be entitled to? So Dreamy, sit down, because this will be a lesson for you, not as someone that absolutely hates your guts, because me personally, I hate snakes in real life. I cannot stand, like I mentioned at the start of the video, I'd rather have 100 haters saying shit to my face than one fella or one friend that pretends to be your friend talking shit behind my back, right? I absolutely cannot stand you. But that aside, between content creator to content creator, do you think that the content I make on my channel, or as anyone, as a matter of fact, as long as we are reacting to CN content or repurposing CN content, we are basically our Tumble 2.0, right? We're stealing things from Bilibili. So first off, Dreamy, if you think yoinking the Bilibili content, if you want to react to Bilibili content, if you think CN is the magical potion that instantly gives you hundreds and thousands of views,
hazlo tú mismo, ¿no? En plan de, si te crees que por subir un vídeo de Bilibili a YouTube te va a dar visitas instantáneas, hazlo. Pero no es tal cual como pillarlo y subirlo directamente, es cambiar
and
cosas.
exposure, I urge you to go ahead and try it, right? There's hundreds, if not thousands, of videos on Bilibili, all there, waiting for the great Dreamy to
Exacto, búscalo, ¿sabes? Porque es como YouTube, busca entre 200.000 millones de vídeos, busca el vídeo que te interesa.
react to. And the best part is, you don't even have to make your own zero cycle anymore. You don't even have to translate. All you have to do is literally react to the CN zero cycle. Because let's be real, CN zero cycle has been done way ahead in advance. They come up with the craziest zero cycle. So if your channel is based on zero cycle, why not just go ahead and react to their content? You wouldn't have to spend so much time making your own zero cycles. Just react and you will get the views, right? Because that's all there is to it. People won't just watch your video because of the word CN on them. People watch videos, or rather people watch content because it's something that gives value to the player base. My content,
al final lo
whenever I
de,
were to
lo
make a
de
CN
cómo
guy
es
or
el
that kind of
meta
stuff, I
en China
completely transform the content that I
está
find on
bien ver.
Bilibili.
Yo lo he
I
visto algunas
present it in my
veces,
own
está
ways.
bien.
I make my own guides.
No me rayo
I make my
mucho con
own
eso.
slides. And I
Pero bueno,
come
que
up
sea,
with my own
vete a
format.
saber, igual
Jimmy,
más
I think what you don't realize
adelante
is that
me da
if
por
I'm
ahí
not the
empiezo a
one
subir
covering this content on
alguna
YouTube,
serie de vídeos, ¿no?
literally no one else on YouTube is covering this. Literally
Pero sí lo que
no
dice,
one
que
else is
nadie
doing
más
the
en YouTube
Mr.
está
Pokey, hey guys,
cubriendo.
Mr. Pokey here back with another video. Literally no one else is streaming the
Pues
way I
si
do.
no lo
Literally no one else is making the
sube
video the
la
way I
gente que
do.
lo sube
No one
en
is translating the way I
YouTube,
do.
nadie lo
Everything
ve.
is
Pues
done
no
by me
existe
and myself
YouTube.
alone. And my viewers like me for who I am,
Pues
not
si
because
te
I'm just
quejas
some
de eso,
AI
hazlo
TTS
tú
that types
mismo.
into a script and let my ChatGPT come up with my everything and just watch all of my shit, right? I have a personality. People like my personality. People watch my content. Perhaps you can try adopting to your own videos next time, right? Maybe, just maybe. So, saying that my viewers are subbed to a guy that can't do shit without CN content, well, respectfully, I go to sleep every single day, if I can even get any sleep at all, with no guilt or no hatred, right? I have no enemies. So, I hope that you yourself can feel the same way. And just a little for your information, a Chinese translator earns roughly $60,000 a year. So if it was so easy, right? If it was so easy, just
Básicamente que un traductor chino cobra $63.000 al año. O sea, básicamente él pues traduce y hace las guías, ¿no? Traducidas. Pues mira lo que le está costando hacer los vídeos.
content. Yo, perhaps you could consider picking up this language, right? And just make it out there and just be another translator, right? I'm not sure what language you speak. Just be another translator. And I'm sure people will love to watch your content, right? Don't worry about it. I'll wait.
Se paga un traductor de esos que van
this
$63.000 al año y que
way
se
more than what YouTube is paying you right now. And with that, we've come to the end of
Cada
today's
vez que pone
content. This is
de la tabla
not a
esa,
joke. This is a pretty serious video. Like I mentioned at the start, if you are any content creator or if you're a viewer or anybody from the Honkai Star community and you have noticed that Jimmy has been talking shit about you, talking shit about your panel back, feel free to reach out to me or my community at discord.gg/pokeysvideo, right? We're a very active community. All the Honkai Star on a daily basis.
Tirándote mierda en tu Discord, me avisas.
Suguru Jimmy, right?
Y le metemos mira a todos juntos.
Sit the fuck back down, right? Get off your high horse and
Joder,
show
tu
a little
caballo.
bit more respect to content creators. They are literally helping you grow, right? Maybe we're competitors, maybe we're not, but your viewers, Vulcan, they are literally the lifeline of your channel.
Sí, lo de
To
Volkin es un
actively
plan de, tío.
don't subscribe to
Le han dado
Vulcan, right?
$2.000
Oh my
por
god, the
participar en un
most
sorteo.
majority
En un
of
torneo.
humankind are dumb.
Y dices, no suscribáis a él.
You know what? It speaks for itself, right? You're too much of a pussy to say in public, and I will expose you for the fraud that you are, right? And that's all for today, and I'll see you guys next time.
Bueno, voy a dejar en la descripción del vídeo, si lo acabo subiendo a YouTube, que imagino que sí, el canal de Mr. Poke y el vídeo, pero no sé, a mí digamos que importante, ¿vale? Importante, sobre todo si había alguno que siguiese a este señor, no sé, por mi parte es un -1 para Dreamy y un +1 para Poki, ¿vale? Así que nos vemos en el próximo vídeo. Adiós.